of them are Microsoft Windows that include Windows Server 2012 and Windows 8, and the third one with Kali Linux machine. And we did configure Kali Linux and update and upgrade all the repository of program and tools. Now what will be remaining in this section is to download and configure some vulnerable machine. And for that, we choose two different vulnerable virtual machines that you can download and import them in VMware Player and use them right away. Those vulnerable machines are OWASP Broken Web App and Metasploitable. So let's see how to download and import them in VMware Player. So going to Google, and let's start with OWASP Broken Web App. So we're gonna type here download OWASP Broken Web App, and you will find OWASP Broken Web App in different websites. So it's here in OWASP website, and also you'll find it in SourceForge, which is a very useful software repository. You can download many of the tools that we will use in this course from there, from sourceforge.net. So let me go there and let me download first OWASP Broken Web App. So we're gonna click on it. This is OWASP Broken Web Application. It's a vulnerable virtual machine that include a vulnerable web application. So we're going to see how to use them during the training, and click on download. It will take a few seconds until the download start, and if it didn't start, you can click on a different mirror to start it. But here, as you can see, could not contact. Okay, here you go. So this is OWASP Broken Web App. So we're gonna click on OK, and he's gonna start downloading the file, and it may take time according to the size of the file and the bandwidth that you are using. But meanwhile, let's go to the Metasploitable and download it, and we're going to download it from the same location, from the same website. So if we go and type download Metasploitable, and also from the same sourceforge.net, you can go there and you can download the vulnerable Metasploiter. It's a vulnerable Linux machine, and as you can see, here you go, we have a Metasploitable Linux. This is the one, it's 3 GB. Click on it, and here you go, Metasploitable Linux machine. Actually it's 833 MB, and click on OK. So now I started downloaded both of them, and how long it's gonna take, it depends on your internet speed. So let's wait until it finishes the installation, and let's move to the next step. Once the installation is completed, as you can see here, Metasploitable and OWASP Broken Web App. Those are the two compressed folders. I just copied them in my external hard drive, and then I have to extract them because of their size. So I'm going to start with this one. Click on Extract Files, and click on Enter, and it will be extracted on the same location. Once this one is finished, we're going to do the same for the second one. So let's wait, because their size is too big and they are compressed, so it will take time until it gets decompressed. And as I told you on a previous lecture, I'm using WinRAR for extracting or decompress those kind of file. So let's wait until it finishes, then we can do the same for the second virtual machine. So once it's compressed, it will show as a folder, as you can see here, Metasploitable Linux 2.0, and it's a virtual machine. And it will be opened the same way we opened Kali Linux virtual machine. I mean, you need to go to the VMware player. Here you go. And not to create a new machine, but to open a virtual machine. And from there, you can go to the same path. And you're gonna open Metasploitable. And here you go. So we're gonna have a Metasploitable virtual machine opened with all the configuration. You don't have to change anything. I can run it. Power on. And while it starts, don't forget, if you get this message, I moved it. While it starts, I can now extract the last virtual machine, which is OWASP Broken Web App. So going here and going to the OWASP Broken Web Application and extract the file the same way I did. And once it's extracted, we're also going to open the machine in the same way. Now, while this one is get extracted, don't forget that this virtual machine has a default username and password. This is the files that include all username and password are attached with this lecture. So once you get requested for a username and password, those are the information that you need to use. So here for OWASP, for Metasploitable, the username is msfadmin and the password is the same msfadmin. So let's wait until this one get extracted as well. And we're gonna import it, then we're gonna open all the virtual machine together. So once the file get extracted, the same way the previous files has been extracted. This is OWASP Broken Web Application. It's extracted. And those are the virtual file. So we're gonna do the same. I already have like 4 open virtual machine. So let's see. This is the VMware player. And the same way we open all the previous virtual machine, we're gonna also open the new one. So going to open a virtual machine and point to the location of the OWASP Broken Web App. So this is the VM's OWASP Broken Web App, and this is the virtual machine. And I will open the virtual machine as well. So as you can see now, I moved it, around 5 virtual machine opened. And I cannot do that unless I have enough memory to open more, to open all those virtual machines. So it depends about how much memory you have, the amount of virtual machines that you can open on the same time. Now let's arrange them, and let's go to the Metasploitable. Where is it? Until this one load, the Metasploitable, I think it should be this one. This is Windows 8, minimize it, and this is Metasploitable. And I will log in using the credentials that I told you earlier, which is username msfadmin and password the same, msfadmin. So this is the Metasploitable up and running. And for OWASP Broken App, we're going to use root as a username and OWASP Broken App small letter as a password. So this is how to set up your virtual lab using 2 different types of file, ISO file and virtual machine. Definitely you can add more. So if you need to have more Windows machine, old version of virtual machine, you can have that. Or the new ISO images, new Microsoft ISO images like 2016, you can follow the same steps. And according to that, it's like you have a physical lab with the more than 6 or 7 different operating systems that we can use. Our main tools for penetration testing will be Kali Linux. Now, Kali Linux, we're gonna have the next section focusing on how to use Linux in general, and especially Kali Linux. So you don't have to worry if you don't have any previous experience with Linux. We're gonna start explaining the architecture of Linux and how to use it and how to use the tool in Kali Linux. So once we started, I just want you to be very familiar with using this operating system, because for ethical hacking and penetration testing, Kali Linux is a very, very common and effective tool. So we're gonna move to the next section now, which is get familiar with Kali Linux.